Thank you very much, Mr. McGovern, for your kind words. Any compliments I receive about our work in Congress, I accept on behalf of the House Democrats, the congressional Democrats who have the courage to make the fight all the time. It's easier in our districts where there's so much good example, national standards of where we should be going. But for many of our colleagues, this is a fight because it's always the battle of the budget. I do believe that our budget should be a reflection, a national budget should be a reflection of our national values. What's important to us as a nation should be reflected there. Hence, we proudly make the fight for the children. It is such a treat, I would say honor and privilege, yeah, but a real treat to be here at Rainbow, to see the joy in the children's eyes, of the respect that they are receiving, to express themselves in many different ways. And they're really actually funny. Yeah. They have a sense of humor. They have a lot of confidence. Thank you, Rainbow, for that. I want to thank Director Perrier for her leadership in all of this, because that leadership is making the difference. So as she acknowledged, and Chairman McGovern acknowledged the staff, I want to salute them too. What they tell me is when these children come in, they look them in the eyes and welcome them, and they feel very, very special. And that was interesting about talking with the parents, because the parents were telling what the difference the paychecks made, the Biden tax credits made. July, August, next week, September 15th, the third check will go out. They said something very interesting about what's happening here and the difference those checks are making. They said we can see the difference in our children, what we're able to do for them, whether it's the technology to participate in any kind of learning, whether distance or at school, and what a difference Rainbow makes for the children. Children like to be with other children, we know that. And so this is a model for the country that we will take back. And we told Carol and Clifford and Jessica and Giselle, the parents who shared their stories with us, that nothing is more eloquent about the difference the policy makes than their voices as to the difference it makes to their families, to their children. Now I want to thank all of you who have anything to do with sending Jim McGovern to the Congress, because I have to say, as shall we say, knowledgeable as he is, as strategic as he is, as visionary as he is, he's quite saintly. He really is that. He is there every single day to make sure the fight is made for people to have food. Look at this. Is this fabulous? The focus on fuel. Nancy Tebow was telling me in the other meeting that I said that fuel is nutrition and it's medicine almost for children. And she said, no, we call it fuel here. It fuels all of their ambitions and their playtime as well as their learning. So again, this is nothing more important. I have 5 children myself, and my motivation for being in Congress, I always say to members, what is your why? Why are you here? My motivation was that the one in 5 children in America who lives in poverty and goes to sleep hungry at night. That got me out of, as my kids got into college, etc., out of the kitchen and into the Congress, and from homemaker to House Speaker, because of the children. Because as Jim said, there's 100% of our future. So what we're doing is for them personally, for them to reach their aspirations, so that they can go into the future with the confidence to make their difference, their contribution. Our former colleague, now not with us, Elijah Cummings, used to always say, our children are our messengers to a future we will never see. We want them to go into the future with every opportunity to reach every child in America to reach their fulfillment, and to have the values of our country be worthy of those children as we advance them. So here we are. The child tax credit is our focus. It's making a big difference. But what also is happening in terms of the rescue package, which was exactly that, a rescue, mostly related to COVID. Now we go into the future, beyond COVID. The president's motto is build back better. We don't want to return to where we were. We want to do better than that. And the best way, in my view, to do better than that is to build back better with women. Now, gentlemen, you too, but women took a big bite of this apple, right, Senator and Congresswoman, Councilwoman? Women took a big bite of this COVID. 4.2 million women lost their jobs, couldn't go to work because their children weren't in school. They couldn't afford the child care, one thing and another. So President Biden said to the members, to the Republicans, I want to do as much as I can with you in a bipartisan way to build the infrastructure of America, the physical infrastructure. But I will not confine my vision for the future to what we can only do in that infrastructure bill. As important as that is, we must build back better, I say, with women. And that means that women can now fully take their place in the workplace. It has child care, child tax credit that we're here to talk about today. It has universal pre-K. It has paid family and medical leave. It has home health care. So if you have someone in the home who needs care, whether it's a child, a person with disabilities of any age, elder care, and the rest, this bill's for you. If you have children who need to be in school, parents learning, children learning, parents earning. Parents are learning too from the children. Then this bill's for you. If you have someone sick, incidentally, not only ongoing, and you need, or somebody's having a baby, you need parental and family leave paid. So it enables, and many are dads in this situation. It isn't just women who have these responsibilities, but women largely do. So for women, for children, for our economy, for our society, for our country, what the president is advocating is transformational. It's not incremental, it's transformational. We took first steps, we worked together, well, actually 100% Democratic votes, that's all House and Senate, in the rescue package. But now we want to extend or make permanent as many of those benefits as we can. It's pretty exciting. It's really historic because many developed countries have all of these things. It's not, and we don't. And why not? So again, for the children, so that they can reach their fulfillment knowing that they can be with other children, that's really important. As I say, as mother of 5, grandmother of 9, I always say I want to spend time with my grandchildren. I think, do they want to spend time with me? They want to be with kids. They want to be with kids. Kids want to be with kids. And this enables all of that to happen. So I thank Rainbow for giving us this boost to take back to the Capitol to say we've seen a wonderful example where so much of it has come together. I want to just end by talking about the food situation. That in our country, where I started, that 1 in 5 children in America goes to sleep on. The champion, as I said, saintly champion on this subject, has been Jim McGovern. For decades, he has been the champion of making sure that we never ignore that responsibility, and now he has made the tremendous difference with the Democratic Congress and the Democratic President to remove all doubt, that the food will be there. And so much about Rainbow is about teaching them how to grow the food, how to select the food and make the balance that they need. Eat smart, play hard. The other part of it is eat smart so that you can learn and be smarter. So again, this is a real super treat. Thank you to Rainbow for your remarkable example to the rest of the country and giving us the fuel we will strengthen our case as we try to make all of these things permanent. But we hope to do it within the next month. Mr. Chairman of the Rules Committee, will be the person who brings the bill to the floor, if he chooses.
I do.
You heard it here first. So thank you for your leadership. Thank you for honoring us with your presence, all of you, and especially our members of our official family. Thank you, Ms. Perrier, for your leadership as well. With that, I think any difficult questions you have, Mr. McGovern will be happy to answer. If they're very difficult, we can bring in the children. They have a responsibility.